Every day, we go through routines without questioning them. But what if small, seemingly random details in your daily life were secretly connected? Today, we'll explore into 7 surprising curiosities that might just change the way you see the world around you. Stay with us until the end, and you'll see how it all comes together. Now, think about this. Ever wondered why so many people struggle with money, yet no one talks about it? It feels like common sense, right? But what if the reasons are more complicated, and no one's talking about them for a reason? Let's take a closer look. Number 1. The framing effect. We like to think we're making our own decisions, but the way choices are presented heavily influences what we pick. This is known as the framing effect. Are your financial decisions truly yours, or are they shaped by someone else? Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman found that people make different choices depending on how information is framed. Even if the outcome is identical, credit card companies strategically use terms like minimum payment to make debt seem manageable, encouraging you to pay less and carry a balance longer. It feels like a choice, but it's carefully designed to maximize their profit. Even supermarkets use this effect by placing expensive products at eye level and cheaper alternatives on lower shelves. You feel like you're making a choice, but your attention is deliberately guided. If your choices are influenced by presentation, what else are you deciding without realizing the hidden influence? The illusion of choice doesn't just shape your spending. It affects how you perceive opportunities, risks, and even your identity. You're not just choosing products. You're choosing narratives crafted to influence your actions. Number 2, the anchoring effect. Your brain latches onto the first piece of information it receives and uses it as a reference point. This anchor influences every decision that follows, even if it's completely unrelated. Are your financial goals based on logic or on the first number you heard? Behavioral science shows that seeing a high price first makes you willing to pay more for similar items, even if the actual value is much lower. Original price tags work this way. Seeing a $100 item marked down to $50 makes $50 feel like a bargain, even if it was never worth $100 to begin with. Anchoring isn't just about shopping. It affects salary negotiations, too. If the first number mentioned is high, the final offer is likely to be higher even if the job's true market value is lower. If prices are anchored, how often are we overpaying without realizing it? Anchors shape not just spending, but also our perception of value and worth. Prices aren't just numbers. They're psychological tools designed to manipulate your sense of value. Number 3, decision fatigue. The more decisions you make, the more your willpower decreases. By evening, your brain is exhausted, leading to impulsive short-term choices. Are your financial mistakes just bad choices? Or is your brain simply tired? Psychologist Roy Baumeister's research shows that decision fatigue lowers self-control, making impulsive spending more likely. Ever wondered why late-night online shopping feels so irresistible? Decision fatigue leaves you more vulnerable to impulse buys. This is why subscription services and impulse buys are often marketed heavily at night. They know decision fatigue makes you an easier target. If fatigue influences spending, what other important choices are compromised? Your decisions aren't just about logic. They're about mental energy and timing. Understanding decision fatigue helps you avoid impulsive financial mistakes. Number 4, the scarcity effect. When something seems scarce, we automatically assign it more value. This scarcity effect fuels impulsive purchases and the fear of missing out. Are you buying because you want it or because you're afraid of losing the opportunity? Studies show scarcity creates urgency, leading to irrational purchases. Limited time offers and only 3 left. Messages trigger FOMO, making you feel pressure to buy. This principle also drives social media usage. Platforms highlight limited time stories or live now content to create a sense of urgency, keeping you engaged. If scarcity makes things feel valuable, How often are we paying more for less? Scarcity doesn't just affect spending. It influences how we value experiences and even people. Recognizing the scarcity effect helps you resist emotional manipulation. Number 5, the endowment effect. We overvalue things just because we own them. This leads to poor financial decisions and cluttered lives. Are you holding on to things because they're valuable or just because they're yours? People are reluctant to sell possessions, even at a profit, because they feel more valuable once they own them. Selling an unused gadget feels harder because of the endowment effect, not because it's actually valuable. This effect also influences investments. Investors hold onto losing stocks because they feel a personal attachment, even when logic says to sell. If ownership distorts value, how often are we making irrational choices? This isn't just about objects. It's about habits, ideas, and even relationships. Seeing through the endowment effect helps you make better emotional and financial decisions. Number 6, the social proof trap. We assume if others are doing something, it must be right. This influences spending trends and even beliefs. Are your choices truly yours, or are you just following the crowd? People conform to social norms to fit in, even when it contradicts their own logic. Buying products just because they're trending or have thousands of positive reviews. Social proof also affects financial decisions like investing in popular stocks or cryptocurrencies because everyone else is doing it. If social proof influences purchases, how much of our identity is shaped by others? Social proof isn't about what's right, it's about what's popular. Breaking free from social proof means thinking independently. Number 7, sunk cost fallacy. We continue investing in something just because we've already invested in it, even when it's no longer worth it. Are you holding on because it's valuable or because you don't want to admit a mistake? The sunk cost fallacy traps people in bad investments, failing relationships, and unfulfilling careers. Continuing a subscription you no longer use just because you've already paid for it. This also impacts time investments like staying in a toxic job or project because you've already spent years on it. If past investments control present choices, are we living for the future or stuck in the past? The sunk cost fallacy isn't about value. It's about ego and fear of regret. Sometimes, letting go is the smartest decision you can make. We like to believe we're in control of our choices, but as you've seen, hidden psychological forces shape our decisions every day. From the illusion of choice to the sunk cost fallacy, these biases influence not just our spending, but how we see ourselves and the world around us. But here's the good news. Now that you know they exist, you can start taking back control. Everything in life is more connected than we often realize. Which one of these insights made you rethink your choices? Share your thoughts below. We'd love to hear your perspective. If this video gave you a new way of seeing things, there's more where that came from. Consider subscribing for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and see you there.